the hell are those?
Spinosaur.
Come on, Bobby!
Not every day, or ever.
Let's go.
Is it glad you're saved?
Better make this quick, huh? Time to move.
shot.
That's kind of our specialty.
She's scared. She's scared.
This would be a medical break. Through that could save countless lives. Ready tomorrow?
I can get. Guarantee your safety. I mean, more or less.
More or less? We have to get a sample from an egg? I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but there are flying carnivore the size of an F-16.
Maybe we should make it quick.
worst of the worst. Survival is a long shot. What the hell are...
those?
They're hell... The mosasaur. Defend terror. Territory, stock. Hunt.
None of what you just said is good.
The movie starts with a peaceful island. The island is full of green trees, tall mountains, and deep rivers. But this island is not like any other island. It has dinosaurs. Big dinosaurs. Small dinosaurs. Flying dinosaurs. Even water dinosaurs. This island is called Isla Nublar. Long ago, scientists made dinosaurs here. They used old DNA and science to bring them back to life. The park was called Jurassic World. People came from all over the world to see the dinosaurs. But then, everything went wrong. The dinosaurs escaped. The park was destroyed. Many people ran away. Some people died. Years later, the island was closed. Nature took over. But the dinosaurs still lived there. They hunted, they slept, they lived like in the past. Now, in 2025, a new company wants to bring back Jurassic World. This company is called BioNova. They are rich, powerful, and very secretive. They say they want to study dinosaurs. They say they want to protect them. But they also have other plans. The leader of BioNova is Dr. Selena Krause. She is smart, cold, and very ambitious. She believes dinosaurs can help create new medicines and weapons. She wants to control the future with science. Dr. Krause hires a team of people to go to Isla Nublar. She wants them to check the dinosaurs, collect samples, and prepare the island for a new facility. The main characters: Jake Carter, a former dinosaur trainer. He once worked in Jurassic World. He knows how to handle raptors. He is brave, strong, and cares about animals. Maya Lin, a young scientist. She studies animal behavior. She is kind, smart, and curious. Eric Bowen, a security expert. He carries weapons and fights when needed. He does not like dinosaurs. He only works for money. Tariq Singh, a tech genius. He flies drones, uses computers, and controls machines. He is funny and always worried. Dr. Selena Krause, the leader. She stays at the main base. She watches everything from cameras. She controls the mission. This team travels to the island in a helicopter. As they fly over the island, they see dinosaurs running below. It's beautiful and scary at the same time. Landing on Isla Nublar, the helicopter lands near the old Jurassic World Visitor Center. The place is broken and dirty. Vines grow on the walls. Glass is shattered. Nature has taken over. The team begins their work. Jake sets up safety areas. Maya checks for signs of raptors. Tariq flies small drones to watch the land. Eric sets traps and cameras. Suddenly, they hear a loud roar. It shakes the ground. A Tyrannosaurus Rex walks nearby. The team hides. The T-Rex sniffs the air but does not attack. It walks away. Jake says, "We must move carefully. This is their home now." Discovering new dinosaurs. The next day, the team finds something strange. A dinosaur they have never seen before. It is fast, has feathers, and can climb trees. Maya is shocked. "This is not from the old DNA," she says. "This is new." Jake frowns. "That means someone has already been here. Someone made new dinosaurs." They collect the DNA and send it to Dr. Krause. She smiles when she sees it. "Good," she says. The plan is working. Danger in the jungle. While collecting eggs, Eric is attacked by a pack of velociraptors. He runs and hides in a cave. Jake and Maya go to save him. They use old tricks Jake learned at the park. They distract the raptors with sound and light. Eric is saved, but he is angry. "I hate this island," he shouts. That night, they hear strange sounds. A new dinosaur attacks the fence. It is bigger than a T-Rex. It has sharp spikes and glows in the dark. The team is shocked. "What is that?" Tariq asks. "It looks unnatural." BioNova's secret. Back at the base, Dr. Krause talks to a man on a screen. He is a military general. They talk about the glowing dinosaur. "General, is it ready for war?" Dr. Krause: "Soon. We are testing its strength now." The glowing dinosaur is called Titan X. It is part dinosaur, part machine. It is the most dangerous creature ever made. Team in trouble. The next morning, the team walks into a trap. A net falls from a tree. Jake is caught. Men in black uniforms come out of the jungle. They are BioNova's secret soldiers. They take Jake to a hidden lab. Inside the lab, Jake sees cages with new dinosaurs. They are angry, hurt, and very different. He sees one with 2 heads. Another one has metal skin. He is shocked. "Jake, this is wrong. These creatures are suffering." A scientist in the lab says, "They are the future. BioNova will sell them to armies. They are weapons." Maya's discovery. Maya finds an old notebook in the ruins. It belonged to Dr. Henry Wu, the original genetic scientist from Jurassic World. The notebook has warnings. Dr. Wu wrote, "Do not mix genes from different species. The result is unstable. Dangerous. It could destroy us all." Maya realizes the glowing dinosaur, Titan X, was made using forbidden methods. If it escapes, it could destroy the island, and more. The escape plan. Maya and Tariq plan to rescue Jake. They use a drone to map the lab. Eric says, "We go in, Get him, and get out. That night, they sneak into the lab. They fight soldiers, use machines, and free Jake. But as they leave, an alarm sounds. Titan X is waking up. Dr. Krauss watches from her screen. She smiles. Let it hunt, she says. Titan X unleashed. Titan X breaks free. It roars so loud that birds fall from the sky. It runs through the jungle, breaking trees, killing other dinosaurs. The team runs. Jake says, "We must warn the world." Tariq sends a message to the outside. Help. This island is a trap. Bionova made monsters, but it is too late. Titan X is hunting them now. The huge creature Titan X is chasing the team through the jungle. It is fast and powerful. Trees fall down as it runs. Birds fly away in fear. Other dinosaurs hide. Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq run as fast as they can. They jump over logs and duck under branches. Titan X roars loudly behind them. Eric shouts, "We can't outrun it." Jake points toward an old tunnel. "This way." Inside, they all jump into the tunnel. It is dark and cold. They run through it and escape the beast, at least for now. Inside the tunnel is part of the old park system. It was used to move supplies underground. Now it is broken and covered in vines. Tariq turns on his flashlight. "We're safe. For now," Jake says. "We need a new plan. That thing is too strong. It's not like normal dinosaurs. It's a weapon." Maya adds, "It has no fear. It hunts for fun. That's not natural." Looking for help, they find a small control room inside the tunnel. It has old computers and cameras. Tariq connects his tablet. He finds maps of the island. "We can reach the North Docks," he says. "There's a boat left from the old park. If it still works, we can escape." Jake nods. "But Krauss will stop us." Eric says, "Let's stop her first." Back at Bionova base, Dr. Selena Krauss is angry. Titan X escaped too early. Her soldiers are trying to capture it. Many of them are dead. She talks to the general again. "Dr. Krauss, Titan X is unstable. It must be brought back." "General, you promised a weapon. Not a disaster. Fix it." "Dr. Krauss, I need time." But the general is not patient. He sends more soldiers to the island. The wild raptors. While moving through the tunnel, the team reaches a broken fence. Beyond it is a raptor nest. Jake sees the creatures from his past. They are fast, clever, and dangerous. One raptor comes close. It looks at Jake. He speaks softly. "Jake, Blue. Is that you?" It is not Blue, but a raptor from the same pack. It remembers Jake. It does not attack. Maya watches carefully. "They trust you." Jake smiles. "Maybe we're not alone after all." They leave the raptor area without a fight. Old lab discovery. The team finds the original lab where dinosaurs were made. Inside, they find broken machines and test tubes. Maya opens a drawer and finds another notebook. It says, "Project Rebirth, begin second generation. Mix cold blood and warm blood genes. Use metal implants. Control with signals." Maya says, "They were planning this long ago. This was the real plan. Not just a theme park." Jake replies, "They wanted control. But nature can't be controlled." Suddenly, they hear footsteps. Bionova soldiers have found them. The fight in the lab. Eric pulls out his weapon. He shoots at the soldiers. Jake throws a metal rod to block the door. Maya and Tariq grab the DNA files. Boom. A grenade hits the wall. Smoke fills the room. The team escapes through a side door. They run into the forest again. Eric says, "That was too close." Jake, "They won't stop until we're gone." Titan X strikes again. Titan X appears again, this time near the old hotel ruins. It crashes through the walls. A group of soldiers tries to stop it. They shoot with electric guns. But Titan X is strong. It breaks the weapons and throws tanks like toys. The sky turns red from fire. The team watches from far away. Maya says, "It's killing everything." Jake, "It's not just dangerous. It's a monster." The secret lab in the mountains. Tariq finds a new location on his map. A hidden Bionova lab is built inside the mountain. That's where Titan X was made. Jake says, "We end us at the source." They walk through the jungle and climb toward the mountain. On the way, they find dinosaur skeletons, Failed experiments. Maya is sad. They were alive once. Now they're just tools. Inside the secret lab, they reach the hidden lab. There are soldiers guarding it. Jake uses his old raptor call. A pack of wild raptors hears it. They attack the soldiers, creating a distraction. The team sneaks in. Inside, they find many test rooms. One room has baby dinosaurs in tanks. Another has dead ones. It's a nightmare. Then they find the main control center. The truth revealed. A screen turns on. Dr. Krause appears. Dr. Krause, welcome. You found my lab. Jake, you're hurting them. You're playing with life. Dr. Krause, we're creating the future. Soldiers that don't feel pain. Animals that obey every order. Maya, that's wrong. Dr. Krause, wrong or smart? The world will pay billions for this. Eric, not if we stop you. The big decision. Tariq finds the main server. It controls all the lab systems, including Titan X's tracker. He says, I can crash the system. But it will also destroy all the research. Jake looks at Maya. Jake, if we destroy it, we stop Krause. But the world loses the science too. Maya, it's not worth saving. It's evil. Tariq crashes the system. All lights go off. Tanks break. Creatures inside escape. Alarms ring. Escape from the lab. The team runs out. The lab starts to explode from inside. Fires spread. The mountain shakes. Outside, Titan X arrives. It smells the smoke. It sees the team and charges. Suddenly, the raptor pack appears again. They fight Titan X. Jake says, they're helping us. Titan X kills 2 raptors, but the others hold it back. Jake and the team escape toward the docks. The boat ride. At the North Docks, they find the old boat. It's damaged, but still floating. Tariq fixes the engine while the others keep watch. Titan X breaks through the trees, badly wounded but still alive. It runs to the docks. Jake jumps on the boat last and cuts the ropes. The boat moves. Titan X roars one last time. It tries to follow, but the dock breaks under its weight. It falls into the sea. Back to the mainland. The team reaches the shore hours later. They are tired, hurt, and dirty. But they are alive. News reporters wait there. They heard the message from Tariq. Cameras point at the group. Jake speaks, Bionova made monsters. We stopped them. But the danger is still out there. Dinosaurs are alive. We must protect them, not use them. Dr. Krause escapes. Far away, a small submarine moves through the ocean. Inside it is Dr. Selena Krause. She is alive. She holds a test tube with glowing DNA. She whispers, this is not the end. Rebirth is just the beginning. After escaping the island, Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq rest for a short time. They are in a small hospital on the mainland. Doctors check their wounds. Reporters wait outside, asking questions. The world now knows the truth about Bionova. Jake looks out the window. He sees the ocean and remembers the dinosaurs. They're still out there, he says. The world is not ready. Maya replies, we must make sure this never happens again. Government involvement. The US government begins an investigation. Special officers come to talk to Jake's team. They are from a group called Global Wildlife Control, GWC. The GWC is led by a strong woman named Commander Elena Frost. She is serious and follows rules. Commander Frost says, we want to stop people like Dr. Krause. We need your help. Jake agrees. But we don't want to use force. We want to protect these creatures too. Frost replies, we must do both. Balance protection and control. A dangerous shipment. Meanwhile, Dr. Krause is in hiding. She is on a ship far from the island. The test tube she carries has Titan X DNA. She meets with a new ally, Mr. Vasco, a rich arms dealer. Mr. Vasco wants to buy dinosaur weapons. He owns a private island and wants to create a secret army of beasts. Dr. Krause says, give me a lab. Give me men. I will give you the perfect predator. Vasco smiles. Let the world burn. I will rule it. Back to work. Jake and the team join GWC. They travel to different parts of the world. There are now reports of dinosaurs appearing in unexpected places. One raptor is seen in Costa Rica. A flying dinosaur attacks a farm in Mexico. A small pack of compies walks through a village in Colombia. Maya says, they are spreading. They're not just on Island Abler anymore. Eric adds, some must have escaped long ago. Or maybe someone is moving them. The black market. Tariq uses his computer to find secret internet chats. People are buying dinosaur eggs online. Videos show dinosaur fights in cages. Someone is selling them, he says. It's a black market. The team pretends to be buyers and follows a group to a secret auction. The underground auction. The auction happens in an old castle in Europe. Rich people sit and drink wine. A man shows different dinosaurs for sale. A baby triceratops. A small stegosaurus. A raptor in chains. Jake is angry. They are not toys. Suddenly, a new creature is brought out. It is small but strange. It has wings and sharp teeth. The host says, this is a Krause hybrid. Very rare. Jake signals the team. That's proof she's alive. They attack the guards and stop the auction. The buyers run away. The team rescues the dinosaurs and takes them to a safe place. Message from Krause. Later that night, a video message arrives on the GWC network. Dr. Krause is on the screen. She says, you stopped the auction. But you cannot stop evolution. I'm creating a new world. A stronger world. Jake shouts at the screen, you're mad. Dr. Krause laughs. You can't win. I'm not alone anymore. The screen goes black. Journey to the Arctic. Tariq tracks the video signal. It came from a cold place, near the Arctic Circle. Mr. Vaso owns land there. Commander Frost prepares a mission. We go in quiet. No big team. Just Jake's group and a few GWC soldiers. They fly to the Arctic base in a stealth helicopter. Arctic horror. The team lands near a metal bunker in the snow. It is quiet. Too quiet. Inside, they find heat lamps, labs, and large metal cages. But the cages are broken. Claw marks cover the walls. Blood is on the floor. Eric whispers, something escaped. They move deeper into the base. Suddenly, they hear growls. A pack of hybrid wolves attacks. These are part wolf, part dinosaur. The team fights hard. The creatures are fast and smart. Jake uses a flare to distract them. The team escapes into the lower lab. The snow beast. Downstairs, they find Dr. Krause's new creation, Glaciodon, a snow-adapted dinosaur. It is big, white, and silent. It blends with the snow like a ghost. Commander Frost tries to sedate it. But it attacks and breaks through the walls. The team runs outside. The snowstorm is strong. They can't see far. Suddenly, Glaciodon appears out of nowhere and kills 2 soldiers. Jake throws a smoke bomb. The team hides in a snow tunnel. Maya says, this thing hunts with silence. We must be smarter. They plant traps and lure it near a cliff. When Glaciodon charges, they jump aside. The creature falls into the ice canyon below. Krause escapes again. Once again, Dr. Krause is gone. Her lab is destroyed. But Tariq finds a new clue, a map showing many red dots. Maya looks at it. She has multiple labs. All over the world. Jake says, then we go after them one by one. The world reacts. News spreads fast. The United Nations meets to talk about dinosaurs. Some leaders want to kill them all. Others want to protect them. People are scared. Some say, dinosaurs will destroy us. Others say, they are part of nature now. Jake speaks at the UN. He says, we brought them back. Now we must live with them. But we must stop people who use them for war. The room listens. The world begins to take action. The jungle lab. The next lab is deep in the Amazon jungle. The team moves fast. They find a hidden dome covered in plants. Inside, BioNova scientists are working on chameleon dinosaurs. They can change color and blend in. A fight breaks out. Maya is caught by one of the creatures. Jake saves her just in time. Eric finds a control panel and shuts down the lab. Tariq burns the research. No more secrets. They rescue 3 baby dinosaurs and send them to a sanctuary. A growing bond. As the mission continues, Jake and Maya grow closer. They talk under the stars one night. Jake says, I never wanted to be a hero. I just wanted to protect life. Maya smiles. That's why you're a real hero. Eric and Tariq joke from the tent. Finally. Took you long enough. They all laugh. Preparing for the final battle. Tariq finds something big. Dr. Krauss is building a final base in a volcano island. The map calls it Rebirth Core. Commander Frost gathers a large team for the final mission. This time, we finish it. The team trains hard. They build special tools and gear to fight hybrid beasts. Jake says, "We go together. We end this together." Reaching the volcano island. The mission to stop Dr. Krauss has now become global. The last and most dangerous lab is on an island with an active volcano. The island is called Inferno Prime. It's full of lava rivers, sharp rocks, and thick forests. It is hot and deadly. Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq travel with Commander Frost and the special GWC strike team. They fly in black helicopters. As they get closer, the sky turns red with smoke. Fire bursts from the volcano top. The island shakes with small earthquakes. Eric looks out and says, "Perfect place to build a monster factory." Tariq replies, "Or to hide from the world." Landing on Inferno Prime, they land in a small clearing. The heat is strong. Everyone sweats immediately. The air smells like burning rocks and ash. Commander Frost gives orders, "Stay sharp. Watch for movement." Dr. Krauss is here, and so are her creatures. Jake leads the way through the jungle. The team walks carefully. Soon, they find signs of the Bionova lab, wires under the ground, metal doors hidden in rocks, and camera towers. Tariq hacks the cameras and loops the video feed. Now they won't see us coming. The volcano lab. They reach a huge metal gate built into the side of a mountain. The door opens automatically. Inside is the main lab of Bionova, the core of Project Rebirth. The lab is large and full of lights, machines, and glass tanks. Some tanks hold growing embryos. Some are already hatched. There are creatures the team has never seen before, dinosaurs with fire-like skin, wings with bone blades, and claws longer than swords. Dr. Krauss appears on a giant screen. She claps slowly. "Dr. Krauss, welcome to the future." "Jake, we're here to stop you." "Dr. Krauss, you're too late. I've created the final beast. It is the king of all creatures. The lava dragon." Maya frowns. "Lava dragon?" Dr. Krauss smiles. "Yes. It lives in the fire. It breathes burning air. It's smarter than any raptor. Stronger than any T-Rex. And it obeys only me. Attack from within." Suddenly, the lab lights blink. Loud alarms ring. The doors lock. Red lights flash. Dr. Krauss speaks again. "You came to stop me, but now you'll see the power of the Rebirth Core." From above, the lava dragon appears. It is a terrifying creature. It is red, glowing like fire, with sharp wings and long horns. It screams, and the sound breaks glass. Commander Frost gives the order, "Defensive positions." The team opens fire, but bullets bounce off its thick skin. The dragon shoots a blast of hot gas from its mouth. 2 soldiers are burned. Jake grabs Maya's hand. "Run." Escaping the lab, Jake and Maya lead the team through side tunnels. Tariq guides them using a hacked map. Eric fights off smaller hybrid creatures with his rifle. They reach a lift. It goes deep under the volcano. The team rides it down and reaches a dark control center. Inside, they find a room full of power generators. If they destroy it, the whole lab will shut down. Tariq pulls wires and connects explosives. "Give me 3 minutes." As he works, the ground shakes. The lava dragon is coming. Its roar gets louder. Heat fills the room. Maya helps Tariq. Jake and Eric guard the doors. Suddenly, the dragon breaks in through the wall. It roars and jumps toward them. Tariq shouts, "Done." They run and press the remote. Boom. The control center explodes. The dragon is pushed back by the blast. The volcano erupts. The explosion shakes the whole island. The volcano starts to erupt. Lava flows down the hills. The earth breaks open. Commander Frost screams into her radio, "All units retreat. Evacuate now." Everyone runs to the helicopters. They pass broken trees, burning fields, and dead dinosaurs. One by one, the choppers lift off. Jake and his team are the last to reach the clearing. The lava dragon flies above them, wounded but still alive. Jake says, "We can't let it leave the island." Maya finds a missile launcher on the ground. This might help. Jake takes aim. The dragon flies toward them. Closer. Closer. Boom. Jake fires. The missile hits the dragon's wing. It crashes into the volcano crater. The volcano erupts fully, swallowing the beast in fire. End of Inferno Prime. The team watches from the helicopter as the island sinks into smoke and lava. The Bionova lab is gone. The lava dragon is gone. The threat is over, at least for now. Dr. Krauss is not found. No body, no signal. She has vanished once again. Commander Frost says, if she's alive, we'll find her. Jake says, even if we don't. Her dream died today. Returning home, back at GWC headquarters, the world celebrates the victory. Countries promise new laws to stop genetic weapons. The black market is shut down. Bionova is declared a criminal organization. The team is praised as heroes. But Jake says, we didn't do this for praise. We did it for life. For the dinosaurs. For the future. Maya gives a speech. We created these creatures. Now we must protect them. Not for profit. Not for power. But because it's right. The sanctuary. Months pass. A new dinosaur sanctuary is built on a safe island. It is not a zoo. It is not for visitors. It is a true home. Jake and Maya work there as protectors. Eric becomes a wildlife security leader. Tariq helps build systems to watch over the creatures. The raptors are there. The triceratops. Even baby stegosauruses. One day, a new egg hatches. A baby raptor. It looks at Jake. He smiles. You're safe now. Final scene. Far away, in a deep forest, a hooded figure walks alone. It is Dr. Krauss. She finds a small, hidden lab. Inside, she opens a box. Inside is a glowing egg. She whispers, the world thinks it's over. But rebirth always begins again. She smiles in the darkness. Fade to black. Peaceful days in the sanctuary. After the fall of Inferno Prime, peace slowly returns. The dinosaur sanctuary becomes a safe place. It is on an island far from cities. There are no visitors. Only scientists, protectors, and caretakers live here. Jake walks every morning through the green fields. Raptors run in the distance. A mother triceratops watches over her young. Maya teaches new caretakers how to understand dinosaur behavior. She shows them how to feed, care for, and protect the animals. Tariq works in the control room. He watches the sanctuary through cameras. He uses drones to track sick or missing dinosaurs. Eric trains guards. We are not here to fight the dinosaurs, he tells them. We're here to protect them from people. Life is finally calm, but not for long. In a city across the ocean, strange things begin to happen. A giant bird-like creature is seen flying over buildings at night. A truck is attacked on a mountain road. Clawed footprints are found nearby. A security camera in a warehouse catches a shadow, long tail, spiky back, and glowing eyes. People begin talking. Dinosaurs are back? Wasn't it over? Fear spreads again. The hidden lab in the forest. Deep in an old European forest, Dr. Krauss has built a new lab. It is small, hidden under a fake farm. She has only a few helpers now, but they are loyal. In a dark room, she watches footage of the sanctuary. Dr. Krauss says, they think they've won. But I've been growing something special. Her assistant, a quiet man named Roth, brings her a tray. On it is a small creature, half reptile, half bird. It chirps like a songbird but has teeth like a raptor. Dr. Krauss strokes it gently. Say hello to the next step, she whispers. Say hello to Fethrix. Fethrix escapes. One night, lightning strikes near the forest. The lab loses power. A gate opens by mistake. Fethrix, now grown, slips out. It spreads its wings and flies into the stormy sky. By morning, a nearby village is silent. No birds, no dogs, no people outside. A search team finds claw marks, feathers, and blood. Something attacked during the night. One old man says, it moved like a ghost. Sang like a bird. And then it was gone. News reaches the sanctuary. Jake gets a call from Commander Frost. We have a situation. We need you. She shows him photos of the village attack. Jake's face turns serious. Maya looks over his shoulder. That's not any dinosaur we know. Tariq checks his database. It's not from any old lab there. Eric sighs. Krauss. She's back. Back in action. The team gets ready again. They pack gear, maps, and supplies. They say goodbye to the sanctuary. Jake tells the raptors, "I'll be back soon." The team flies to Europe with Commander Frost and her new team. They land near the forest where the attack happened. The villagers are scared. Many have left. The forest is quiet. Too quiet. Hunting Fethrix. Tariq sends drones into the forest. The trees are thick. The signal is weak. But one drone spots something, a feather, glowing slightly in the dark. Maya examines it. This is not normal. This feather stores heat. It's part bird, part lizard, part something else. Jake leads the team into the forest. Eric guards the back. Hours pass. Night comes. Suddenly, a sound. Like soft singing. The team stops. Tariq whispers, "That's beautiful." Then, out of nowhere, Fethrix strikes. It flies down and grabs a soldier, lifting him into the trees. The team fires. But Fethrix vanishes again. Eric growls, "This thing hunts like a ghost, a dangerous trap." The next day, they set traps using sound. They play bird calls and raptor cries. They use heat lamps to attract Fethrix. At night, it returns. The trap catches its wing, but not enough. It fights back. Eric shoots, but the bullets do nothing. Then Maya steps forward. She plays a sound from her phone. Baby raptor chirps. Fethrix pauses. It tilts its head. Maya says softly, "You're not a monster. You're just lost." Fethrix backs away. Then it flies off into the sky. Jake turns to the team. "We can't fight this creature. We need to find where it came from." Finding Kraus. Tariq finds a strange signal in the forest. They follow it to an old tunnel. Inside there's a lab, Dr. Kraus's new hideout, but it's empty now. No people. Just equipment, tanks, and notes. On one screen, a video plays. "Dr. Kraus, if you're watching this, I've moved again. Fethrix is only the beginning. I gave it free will. It chose to leave. And that is true evolution." Jake says, "She's not trying to control anymore. She's trying to create something that doesn't need humans at all." Maya looks at a chart. It shows other creatures being planned. Names like Cry, Ovnum, Steelhorn, Nocturne X. Tariq frowns. If she makes more like Fethrix, we're not just facing dinosaurs anymore. We're facing something new. Return to the city. The team flies to a city where Fethrix was seen again. This time, it didn't kill. It flew through the park, sang its song, and left. People recorded videos. Children waved at it. Jake watches the footage. It's not evil. It's curious. Maya agrees. It's choosing its own path. Eric warns, but it still attacked that village. Tariq says, what if it attacked because it was scared? Not because it wanted to? Commander Frost gives them one more mission. If you can't catch it, you may have to end it. Jake nods. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Face to face, the team sets up on top of a tall building. Maya uses a sound device to call Fethrix again. This time, she sings a soft tune herself. To their surprise, Fethrix comes. It lands gently on the rooftop edge. Its feathers shine like gold and red. It looks at Jake, then at Maya. Maya steps forward slowly. She stretches out her hand. Fethrix walks closer. Just then, boom, a gunshot rings out. A sniper from another team, hidden nearby, has fired. Fethrix screams and flies into the sky, wounded. Jake yells into his radio, "Hold fire." That was a mistake, but it's too late. Fethrix is gone. Tracking the wounded beast, blood falls from the sky. The team follows the trail to the city outskirts. They find Fethrix on top of a church tower, hurt, but alive. Maya climbs up alone. She whispers, "I'm sorry. We didn't mean to hurt you." Fethrix watches her. Slowly, it steps toward her. She takes a small device from her pocket. "It's a healing injector," she says. "Let me help you." Fethrix lets her get close. She uses the device. The wound closes slowly. The creature sings softly. Then it flies away into the sunrise. Jake watches from below. "It forgave us," Maya says. "Maybe that's the true evolution Kraus wanted. Not monsters, but something better." The world talks about Fethrix. After Fethrix flies away, videos of it appear on the internet. People across the world see it gliding over buildings, flying through forests, and even sitting on top of tall towers. Some people love it. They call it the bird of hope. Others are afraid. They say, it attacked a village. It's dangerous. News channels debate every night. Is Fetrix a monster? Is it smarter than humans? Was Dr. Krause right? Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq watch the news in silence. Maya says, we must stop Krause before she releases more creatures. Jake agrees, and we need to protect Fetrix from people too. New clues from old friends. The team visits an old friend, Zia Rodriguez, a scientist from the past Jurassic World team. She runs a secret genetics research lab now and helps rescue dinosaurs from the black market. Zia looks at the DNA samples Maya collected from the forest. She gasps. This isn't just dinosaur DNA, she says. It has owl, eagle, and even bat genes. Fetrix can hear ultrasonic sounds. It's designed for stealth. Jake asks, why would Krause mix so many things? Zia replies, she's not trying to recreate the past anymore. She's trying to build the future. Tariq finds a strange signal hidden in the sample. It's a genetic tracker. If decoded, it can lead them to Krause's new location. Following the signal, the team follows the signal using satellites and drones. It leads them to a remote island near the Philippines. The island is small, rocky, and covered in mist. No one lives there. Eric says, looks like the perfect hiding place. Commander Frost gives them a stealth boat. The team sails to the island quietly. They bring only light gear and supplies. When they reach the shore, they hear strange sounds, hissing, growling, and clicking. Jake whispers, she's made more creatures. The mist lab. They walk through thick fog. Trees are twisted. Vines are sticky. The air smells like metal and chemicals. Suddenly, they see movement. A creature walks on four legs. It has glowing eyes and a spiky tail. Then another appears. And another. Maya checks her tablet. These are Nocturne X. Eric loads his weapon. Tell me something useful. Maya says, they see with sound. Like bats. The team freezes. Nocturne X walks around them, sniffing the air. Tariq drops his flashlight by accident. The noise echoes. The creatures shriek and attack. Escape in the mist. The team runs through the jungle. The creatures chase them, fast and silent. Jake uses flares to distract them. Maya throws sound bombs to confuse them. They find an old bunker entrance and jump inside. The metal door closes behind them. The bunker is cold and dark. But it is safe for now. Jake catches his breath. What kind of world is Krause trying to make? Maya replies, one where only her creations survive. Inside the bunker, they explore the bunker. It is full of computers and tanks. One tank holds a huge creature with a glowing blue body and sharp eyes like spikes. Zia's voice plays from the tablet. This must be cryovolum. Tariq checks the lab notes. It can freeze anything it touches. Its bite can lower body temperature in seconds. It's cold-blooded death. Eric sighs, great. Fire monsters. Ice monsters. What's next? They hear footsteps. Someone is coming. The team hides behind crates. Face to face with Roth, a tall man enters. It is Roth, Dr. Krause's assistant. He walks slowly, carrying a device. He talks to the cryovolum creature like a pet. You will be my masterpiece, Roth says. Jake jumps out. Where is Krause? Roth is shocked but calm. She's not here. She left me in charge. Maya demands, shut this place down. Roth smiles. You don't understand. These creatures are the next humans. Stronger. Smarter. They don't destroy nature. They become it. Eric grabs him. We're ending this now. Race against time. Tariq starts planting small bombs on the power cores. Maya and Jake free the smaller creatures locked in cages. Suddenly, cryovolum wakes up. It breaks its tank. The room turns icy cold. Frost forms on the walls. The team runs. Roth laughs in the background. You can't stop evolution. Cryovolum chases them. Its breath turns the air into snow. The bunker shakes as it freezes everything. Tariq hits the remote. Boom. The bombs explode. The lab begins to collapse. They escape just in time, climbing out of a hatch in the ground. Cryovolum is buried under ice and rubble. The chase continues. Back at the sanctuary, the team rests again. They are tired but more determined than ever. Jake stands with the raptors. We can't protect them all, but we can protect as many as we can. Fethrix returns. It lands near Maya and sings softly. Maya says, "It's watching us. Maybe even learning." Tariq checks the tracker again. Another signal appears. Another lab. Another creature. Jake says, "We end this. One lab at a time." A message from Kraus. Back at the sanctuary, Jake and the team receive a direct message on their system. It's a video from Dr. Kraus. She is standing in front of a strange jungle behind her. Strange animal sounds echo in the background. She smiles. "You destroyed my work. You freed my creatures. But I'm not finished. The true world is being born far away. In the heart of an ancient land. A place where the first life crawled from the sea." She lifts a vial filled with red liquid. "This is Genesis X, my final formula. My gift. Or my curse." Then the screen goes black. Jake says, "She's giving us a clue. She wants us to follow." Maya whispers, "Or she's leading us into a trap." Clue from the past. Tariq begins decoding the video. He notices ancient symbols in the trees behind Kraus, symbols from an old civilization. He matches them with satellite maps. They belong to an unmarked area in Madagascar, an island off the coast of Africa. Tariq points to it on the screen. "That's our next stop." Eric grunts. "Far away. Deep jungle. Full of snakes. Sounds fun." Preparing for Madagascar, the team prepares for another long mission. Commander Frost provides them with new tools: thermal goggles for seeing through thick leaves, trying darts that can slow large hybrids, voice mimics that can call certain dinosaur types, and a mobile lab drone, nicknamed Tiny Doc. They say goodbye again to the sanctuary. Jake tells the young raptor, "Watch over your family. I'll return." Fethrix flies high above them as they leave, as if silently guarding them from the sky. Into the deep jungle. The team lands in Madagascar by helicopter. They trek deep into a region untouched by humans for centuries. Thick jungle surrounds them. Maya studies strange plants. Some are glowing. Some move when touched. Jake says, "Kraus must have been here for a long time." Eric points to large footprints. And not alone. They follow the trail. The jungle becomes darker, hotter, and full of strange noises. Creatures of the red jungle. Suddenly, the trees shake. A creature charges out. It is large, red-skinned, with glowing horns and burning eyes. Maya gasps, "This must be Steelhorn." Eric tries to shoot, but bullets bounce off its metal-like skin. Jake throws a noise grenade. The sound stuns the beast for a moment. They hide behind rocks. Steelhorn crashes through trees, then slowly walks away. Tariq scans its heat trail. It's not hunting. It's guarding something. They continue deeper. The lost city. After hours of walking, they find something shocking: a lost stone city, overgrown by vines and trees. All statues of creatures line the entrance. Maya reads old writing on the stones. It says, "Guardians of the first life." This was a temple. Maybe Kraus found this place and used it. Inside the city, they find evidence of Kraus's lab. Broken machines, glass, and strange tools. But no sign of her. Just more signs. A map carved into a wall shows a mountain shaped like a claw. Tariq scans it. She's there. That's where Genesis X was made. Climbing the claw mountain, the team hikes toward the claw-shaped mountain. It takes days. They sleep in trees to avoid ground creatures. They drink rainwater and eat dry food. On the way, they are followed by a strange creature, thin, long-legged, and fast. It never attacks. It just watches. Jake says, "Kraus is watching us." Through her animals. When they reach the top of the mountain, they see a huge crater inside. At the center is a glowing pool of red water. A large metal tower stands near it. And next to it, Dr. Kraus. The final meeting. They walk slowly down the mountain slope. Kraus stands in front of the Genesis pool. She is not afraid. "You found me," she says. "Welcome to the first garden. And the last." Jake steps forward. "It's over, Kraus. You've lost." Kraus smiles. "Lost? I've changed the world. My creatures roam freely. You've already lost. You just don't know it yet." Maya pleads, "You can stop this." Help us protect the ones who are still alive. Krause replies, I didn't come here to protect. I came to evolve. Then she injects herself with the Genesis X formula. Transformation begins. Krause screams in pain. Her body glows. Her skin changes. She grows scales along her arms. Her eyes become bright yellow. She says, no more human. No more dinosaur. I am both. Eric raises his weapon. Jake stops him. No. We do this the right way. Fight at the crater. Suddenly, the jungle shakes. All the creatures Krause created begin to arrive. Steelhorn crashes through rocks. Cryovenom breaks through ice. Nocturne X glides through shadows. Fethrix arrives too, but stays above, watching. Krause commands them with her voice. Protect your mother. The team splits up. Eric uses sound bombs to confuse Nocturne X. Tariq sends Tiny Doc to distract Cryovenom. Maya lures Steelhorn into the crater walls. Jake climbs the tower to stop Krause. Jake vs. Krause. At the top of the tower, Krause is fully transformed. She swings with claws, stronger than ever. Jake dodges, climbs, and finally throws a tranquilizer spear at her. It hits her neck. She weakens. Krause falls to her knees. You don't understand, Jake says. I do. You wanted to create life. But you lost your humanity. She whispers, it was the only way to survive. Then she falls unconscious. The end of Genesis X. Tariq activates a signal to destroy the Genesis pool. The red water begins to burn and dry. The tower shakes. All the hybrid creatures roar in pain and confusion. Then Fethrix dives down. It sings loudly. All the creatures stop. Fethrix flies in a circle over the crater. It lands next to Krause and touches her hand. The other creatures slowly turn and walk away. Jake watches in silence. She connected them. But Fethrix freed them. Leaving the mountain, the team carries Krause out. She's alive but weak. They fly her back to GWC, where she is locked in a high-security research cell. She cannot hurt anyone again. Fethrix flies away, high into the clouds. Jake says, let it fly free. It earned it. Maya nods. It's the bridge between our world and theirs. Krause in captivity. Back at GWC headquarters, Dr. Krause is held in a high-tech cell underground. Guards are always watching. Cameras track her every move. She is weak but still alert. She refuses to speak to anyone, except Jake. Jake visits her. They sit across from each other, separated by glass. Jake says, you lost. It's over. Krause smiles slightly. You stopped my body. But not my ideas. Jake replies, ideas don't survive unless people believe in them. No one believes in you anymore. She laughs softly. Are you sure? New trouble in the desert. While the team tries to rest, a report comes in. In the Sahara Desert, miners have disappeared. Their last message was strange, something under the sand is alive. Commander Frost calls Jake and Maya. We believe one of Krause's early experiments was buried there, a species called sandstalker. It was supposed to be a failure. Jake replies, if it's awake, we can't ignore it. Arrival in the Sahara. Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq travel to North Africa with a small GWC group. The heat is intense. Sandstorms come suddenly. The desert is wide and empty. The mining site is abandoned. Equipment is crushed. Tents are ripped. Eric looks at a hole in the sand. Something big came from under here. Tariq checks the heat scans. There's movement underground. It's fast. Maya finds bones. They're not human. They're reptilian. Suddenly, the sand shakes. Jake yells, move. A giant creature bursts from the ground. It is long, snake-like, with claws and a head shaped like a shark's. It roars and dives back underground. Sandstalker attacks. The team runs to the rocks. The creature circles under the sand like a shark in water. Tariq says, sound attracts it. Jake nods. Let's use that. They set up noise traps away from the camp. The sandstalker follows the sound and falls into a deep pit the team had prepared. They quickly seal the hole with a heavy gate. Eric looks down into the pit. That thing doesn't belong anywhere. Jake replies, it belongs in the past. Return and reflection. Back at the sanctuary, the team feels the weight of their mission. They sit together near the raptor paddock, watching the animals play. Maya says, every time we think it's over, something new appears. Jake replies, Kraus built too many things. Some are still out there, Tariq adds. Some might be waking up on their own. Eric frowns. Then we need a new plan. Fethrix returns. Suddenly, Fethrix appears in the sky. It lands gently near the team. It carries something in its claws, a small black cube. It drops the cube and flies away. Tariq picks it up. It's a data drive. They plug it into the lab computer. It shows Kraus's full list of all creatures she ever designed. There are 42 total hybrid species. So far, they've only seen 12. Maya reads the names: Bladetail, Thunderjaw, Echo Serpent, Glasswing, Redfang. Some are marked destroyed. Others say unknown status. One is marked missing, last seen in Antarctica. Jake looks at the screen. We have work to do. A new problem: human copycats. News arrives from South America. A group of rogue scientists are trying to recreate Kraus's work using stolen DNA. They call themselves Neogenesis. They believe humans are weak and want to create stronger beings to lead the planet. Commander Frost says, if they succeed, we may be fighting more than just dinosaurs. Jake replies, they'll only make things worse. The team flies to Brazil to stop Neogenesis. The jungle chase. In the Amazon, the team follows leads to a hidden camp. Inside, they find tanks with embryos and small creatures in cages. Tariq hacks the systems and copies the files. They were building something called Fangshade, a night hunter. The camp explodes behind them. The Neogenesis team flees. Eric chases them on foot. He tackles their leader, a young woman named Dr. Lena Rivas. She shouts, "You're fools. Kraus was right. We need evolution." Jake cuffs her. "You want to play God? That always ends badly." Back at GWC, a hard decision. The world begins to change. More people hear about Kraus's creations. Some want to protect the hybrids. Others want to hunt them down. A vote is held at the United Nations. Should all hybrids be destroyed? Jake is asked to speak. He says, some hybrids are dangerous. But some are peaceful. Like Fethrix. Like the raptors we raised. Not every creation is a mistake. Maya adds, we should learn, not destroy. After a long debate, the vote passes. Hybrids will be protected, but watched carefully. A new law is created, the Life Balance Act. Kraus's trial begins. Dr. Kraus is put on trial. Scientists, lawyers, and reporters from all over the world come to watch. She sits calmly in her chair. The judge asks, do you have anything to say? Kraus replies, I created the future. But you weren't ready. She is found guilty of crimes against nature, science, and peace. She is sentenced to life in isolation at a special science prison. Jake watches silently. Maya holds his hand. Tariq whispers, she may be locked up, but her shadows are still out there. A warning from Antarctica. While Kraus sits locked away in prison, GWC receives a distress signal from Antarctica. A science base there has gone silent. Before losing contact, one message was sent. We found something in the ice. It's alive. Commander Frost meets with Jake, Maya, Tariq, and Eric. She looks worried. We believe this is connected to one of Kraus's earliest experiments. A hybrid called Frostclaw. It was supposed to be destroyed long ago. Eric frowns. Of course it wasn't. Tariq says, Frostclaw was part predator, part reptile, part polar bear. It can survive extreme cold. Jake adds, then let's go before it wakes up more. Journey to the ice. The team flies to Antarctica in a military jet. The winds are strong. Snow blows in all directions. They reach the silent research base after a long drive on snow vehicles. The buildings are frozen and broken. Snow covers the windows. No people are in sight. They step inside slowly. It's quiet. Maya finds a notebook on a table. They were studying something under the ice. A fossil that moved. Suddenly, they hear a loud thud. Then another. The ground shakes. Tariq checks the heat scanner. Something's coming. The awakening of Frostclaw. A huge beast bursts through the snow wall. It is covered in white fur, with blue scales underneath. Its claws are long and sharp like ice picks. Its breath turns the air into frost. Maya gasps, that's Frostclaw. The team runs. Frostclaw chases them, fast and silent in the snow. Jake fires a flare to confuse it. Eric uses explosive traps to slow it down. Tariq finds an old cryo cage underground. We can trap it here. But only if we make it follow us. Jake and Maya lead the creature through tunnels and up icy ramps. Frostclaw growls and follows. Eric activates the freezing chamber. When the beast enters, Tariq shuts the gate. The cold gas sprays. The beast freezes again, slowly, painfully. They watch in silence as it stops moving. Jake says, "Let it sleep forever." Back at the sanctuary, strange behavior. The team returns to the sanctuary. Things seem calm. But only for a moment. Some of the dinosaurs are acting strange, nervous, loud, moving in circles. Fethrix is nowhere to be seen. A caretaker says, it left 2 days ago. Flew west. Maya checks the cameras. Something spooked them. Jake watches the sky. Something's coming. New visitors, the children of Kraus. Commander Frost arrives with new news. A group calling themselves the Children of Kraus has formed in secret. They were loyal followers of Dr. Kraus. They believe her ideas must live on. They've started building labs again. One in Siberia, another in the Himalayas, and one even hidden in the ocean. Jake clenches his fist. We locked her away. But she still spreads. Frost replies, "You'll need to stop them one by one." The Ocean Lab. The team chooses to start with the Ocean Lab, deep under the Pacific Ocean. It's built inside an old submarine base. They dive in with a stealth submarine. The lab is quiet but lit. Inside, they find tanks with sea creatures, hybrids of whales, sharks, and squid. Maya finds a control board with one word blinking, reef-born. Eric reads the logs. They designed something to rule the oceans. Suddenly, the lab shakes. Alarms blare. Outside the window, a huge shadow moves. A monster swims by, long like an eel, with sharp fins, glowing eyes, and thousands of teeth. Tariq whispers, "That's Reefborn. Escape below the sea." Reefborn attacks the lab. Glass cracks. Water pours in. The team runs to their sub. Pipes break. Lights flicker. Jake fires a signal torpedo to distract the beast. It works. Reefborn chases the signal away. They escape the lab just before it floods. Back on the surface, Maya says, "There's nowhere safe now, not land, sky, or sea." Jake replies, "Then we fight in every place." A gift from Fethrix. Back at the sanctuary, Fethrix returns with a strange piece of metal in its claws. It's broken, but has Kraus's markings. Tariq scans it. It's a control chip. One of the original ones Kraus used. But it's corrupted. Maya studies it. She tried to control the creatures. But they broke free. Fethrix is trying to help us now. Jake nods. Then maybe there's still hope. A new team, a new mission. GWC forms a special team called Guardians of Balance. Jake, Maya, Eric, Tariq, and new young scientists train new recruits. They teach them how to work with peaceful hybrids, respond to emergency attacks, stop illegal cloning labs, protect sanctuaries across the world. Eric teaches defense. Maya teaches behavior. Tariq teaches tech. Jake says, "This isn't just about stopping monsters. It's about protecting life." The quiet before the storm. For a short while, things are calm. No new attacks. No strange signals. But Jake feels uneasy. He says to Maya, "We've stopped the copies. But what if Kraus made something before she was caught? Something worse than all the others?" Maya replies, "Then we'll face it together." As the sun sets, Fethrix sings from a tree branch. Its song is soft, but sad, almost like a warning. A storm is coming. At the sanctuary, animals are restless again. The sky is strange, clouds moving fast, lightning in the distance. Fethrix circles in the sky, flying lower and lower each hour. It doesn't sing. Maya watches the screens. Every dinosaur is nervous. Tariq checks the radar. A huge storm is forming over the ocean. But it's not natural. Jake frowns. Storms don't just spin like that without reason. Suddenly, a red alert flashes on their screens. A giant shape is moving under the ocean, heading straight for land. Tariq whispers, "It's not a storm. It's a creature." Reefborn returns. Reefborn, the sea monster from the Pacific Lab, is back. But it's bigger now, at least twice the size. It creates whirlpools as it swims. Its roars cause waves. It's heading toward a coast full of towns and people. Commander Frost contacts Jake. "We need you in Japan." Fast. The beast will make landfall in less than 10 hours. Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq rush onto a military jet and fly across the ocean, preparing the defense. In Japan, the military has set up tanks, electric fences, and drones. But they've never faced something like reef-born. Jake tells the commander, "You won't win with force. We need to lure it away." Maya adds, "It reacts to certain sounds. If we use those, we might control its path." Tariq creates sound beacons that mimic whale calls. They place the beacons in the water, away from the city. The plan is simple: make reef-born follow the sounds, then trap it inside a volcanic bay called Dragon's Hollow. The Battle of the Bay. As the monster rises from the water, it screams. Its body is covered in coral armor. Its eyes glow blue. The military fires, but the attacks only make it angry. Reef-born smashes boats and throws water at the buildings. Jake shouts, "Play the beacon, now." The sounds echo through the sea. Reef-born stops. It listens. Slowly, it turns. It swims toward the beacons, following them into the bay. Once inside, Tariq triggers explosives around the cliffs. Giant rocks fall and trap the monster inside the bay. It roars, tries to escape, but the path is blocked. Maya says, "We didn't kill it, but we stopped it." Eric smiles. One more down. A message in the sky. That night, Fethrix flies above the sanctuary again. But this time, something strange happens. Its wings shine bright, flashing red and gold. Then, it drops something near Jake's cabin. It's another black cube. Tariq opens it. A video plays. It's Kraus. Again, she's in a different location, dark, windy, and full of shadows. "If you see this, then my last creation has awakened. I called it Umbrerex, the King of Shadows. It was my first. And my secret. Not even Roth knew. I buried it where no light ever reaches. If it wakes up, no place will be safe." Jake asks, "Where is this place?" Tariq studies the video. "Underground. Very deep. Maybe inside a cave system." Maya points at the symbols on the walls behind Kraus. "They belong to the Tepuy Mountains in South America." Jake nods. "Let's go." The Caves of Darkness. The team flies to Venezuela and hikes through the thick rainforest. The Tepuy Mountains are tall, flat-topped, and full of mystery. They enter a deep cave. It's cold, wet, and silent. Tariq sets up lights, but one by one, they flicker and die. Maya whispers, "Something's here." Then they hear it. A low growl. Then a scream. From the shadows, Umbrerex appears. It is huge. Black as night. Its body seems to absorb light. Its eyes glow white. It moves without sound. Eric raises his weapon. "We may not win this one." Jake replies, "We don't have to fight. We have to trap it." The shadow beast, Umbrerex, chases them through tunnels. It breaks stone. It vanishes into walls. It reappears from ceilings. The team uses everything: flares, flash grenades, sound bombs, but nothing slows it down. Finally, Tariq finds an ancient switch in the wall. It controls a cave collapse system used by old tribes. Jake shouts, "Lure it here." They run. Umbrerex follows. Tariq pulls the lever. Boom. The ceiling collapses. Rocks bury the beast. Silence. Maya says, "We need to leave." Now, they climb out of the cave, exhausted and dirty. Jake looks back. "Let's hope it stays buried." Back to the beginning. At the sanctuary, things return to calm again. But Jake knows it won't last. He looks at the list of 42 creatures. Only 15 have been found. That means more are still out there. Maya says, "We can't search forever." Tariq adds, "We don't have to." Look, Fethrix is flying again. Fethrix heads toward the mountains. Jake smiles. "It's leading us." Eric says, "So what's next?" Jake replies, "We finish what we started." Following Fethrix. Fethrix flies toward the Andes Mountains in South America. Jake, Maya, Eric, and Tariq follow its signal by plane, then by climbing footpaths. The mountain air is cold and thin. Fethrix circles above a snowy peak and disappears into a cave. Jake looks up. It's guiding us to something. Maybe another hybrid. Eric sighs. Hopefully not another world-ending beast. The frozen cavern. Inside the mountain is a giant ice cave. Water drips from the roof. Strange footprints are frozen in the floor. Suddenly, a growl echoes. The team turns. A creature walks out from behind the ice wall. It is tall, white, with feathers instead of fur. Its arms are long and sharp like spears. Maya gasps. It's Frost Talon, half eagle, half raptor, but it doesn't attack. It bows its head. Tariq scans it. No tracker, no aggression. It's peaceful. Jake whispers, Fethrix brought us here to meet it. The hidden refuge. They follow Frost Talon deeper into the cave. There, they discover something incredible, a secret hybrid sanctuary. It's quiet, peaceful. Inside are creatures never seen before. Glasswing, a flying dinosaur with wings as clear as glass. Tundra, a mammoth-like hybrid that hums instead of roars. Mistral, a bird reptile with soft, glowing feathers. Jake steps forward. This is where the gentle ones live. Maya smiles. Krauss didn't just make monsters. Some were miracles. Krauss's final journal. In a stone room, they find Krauss's last handwritten journal. The words are softer, more human. I created life. But I forgot to protect it. Some of them. They loved me. Some feared me. But the ones I hid here, they were my heart. They must not be found by people who fear them. They are not weapons. They are wonders. Tariq whispers, she tried to hide them from the world. Before she went too far, a new enemy appears. Suddenly, a loud explosion shakes the cave. A drone flies overhead. It scans the hybrids. Jake shouts, we're not alone. A voice plays through speakers. We are Project Helix. We don't believe in fear. We believe in control. Outside, helicopters arrive. Soldiers slide down ropes. Their suits have Helix written on the back. Eric growls, here we go again. Defending the hybrids. Jake and the team quickly lead the peaceful hybrids deeper into the mountain tunnels. Eric and Maya use flash bombs and sound traps to confuse the Helix soldiers. Tariq hacks their drones midair and crashes them. Fethrix and Frost Talon soar through the caves, blocking attackers with powerful wing beats. The battle rages for hours. Finally, Jake faces the Helix leader, Colonel Deke, a tall man with cold eyes. Jake says, these creatures are not yours. Deke replies, they're not yours either. But they'll be mine soon. They fight. Jake wins. The rest of the Helix team retreats, sealing the sanctuary. Knowing Helix will return, the team decides to hide the sanctuary forever. Using an ancient system in the mountain, they trigger a landslide to block the main cave entrance. Maya looks back at the peaceful hybrids. We'll return someday. But for now, we must protect you from the world. Fethrix nods, almost understanding. Jake whispers, goodbye, friends. The world reacts. News of Helix's attack leaks online. People around the world are shocked. Some protest, leave the hybrids alone. Others shout, they're dangerous. End them all. Commander Frost stands before the world leaders and says, balance is the only answer. Not control. Not fear. We must choose peace. The Life Balance Act is updated to include new protected zones for hybrids. Krauss in prison, but watching. In her cold cell, Krauss watches the news on a small screen. She smiles. They understand now. A little. She draws a picture of Fethrix with chalk on her wall. You did well, my child. Peace, for now. Back at the sanctuary, Jake plants a tree in honor of the fallen hybrids from the battles. Maya adds a stone beside it with the words, life finds a way. But peace must be chosen. Tariq updates their global hybrid tracker. Only 8 remain missing. Eric loads up gear. We've got more hunting to do. Jake nods. Yes. But for now, we rest. As the sun sets, Fethrix sings a soft, hopeful song. A time to breathe. Weeks pass peacefully at the GWC sanctuary. The hybrids are calm. Fethrix rests near the cliffs. Raptors play in the grass. Maya works with young scientists to study the hybrids' language. Tariq updates all the global tracking systems. Jake walks through the sanctuary daily, watching and learning. Eric teaches new recruits how to protect the creatures without using weapons. Respect them. Don't control them. It feels like the world might finally be healing. Trouble in the Arctic. Then a call comes from Greenland. A weather station has vanished. All signals lost. One message came before the blackout. The ice cracked. Something inside is alive. Tariq checks the records. That area was once listed in Krauss's early journals. She mentioned a hybrid buried in permafrost. Called Chardon. Jake frowns. Another one, Maya nods. Let's go. Arrival in the cold. The team flies to Greenland. Snow covers everything. They use snowmobiles to reach the broken weather station. Everything is frozen, torn apart. Strange claw marks are everywhere. Eric points to massive tracks. Whatever it is, it walks on four legs. And it's heavy. They follow the trail into the mountains. Suddenly, the ice shakes. The rise of Shadon, a huge creature, bursts from beneath their snow. It has a body like a rhinoceros, but covered in ice crystals and rock plates. Its horns glow with cold energy. Shadon roars, blowing snow and ice across the valley. Jake shouts, "Scatter!" The team dodges behind rocks. Maya studies the beast. It's blind. It follows vibrations. Jake nods. Then we stay quiet. They use sound decoys to draw it toward an old glacier canyon. Once it steps into the canyon, Tariq sets off ice charges. The walls collapse, trapping Shadon. It roars, then grows quiet. Eric says, "Another monster asleep again." Jake replies, "Let's hope it stays that way." Unexpected visit. Back at the sanctuary, something surprising happens. A man walks in, escorted by GWC guards. He's older, gray-haired, with calm eyes. Jake is shocked. You're Dr. Henry Wu." The man nods slowly. "Yes. I created the first Indominus Rex. I started all this long ago." Maya steps forward, cautious. "Why are you here?" Dr. Wu says, "To make peace. And to warn you." The last project, Wu explains, Krauss wasn't working alone. She had one last partner, a man named Silas Vane. A rich technologist who believed in survival through replacement. While Krauss wanted to evolve nature, Silas wants to erase it. Tariq searches the name. He's missing. Went off-grid years ago. Wu continues, he built a final hybrid. One that doesn't need land, air, or water. One that survives anything. It's called Oblivion. Jake asks, "Where is it?" Wu looks down. "Underground. In Siberia. In a lab powered by magma. Hidden for years." Eric says, "We have to find it before it finds us." The race to Siberia. The team packs for freezing weather and long travel. Commander Frost sends drones, weapons, and emergency medical units. "This may be the most dangerous mission yet," she warns. They fly to eastern Siberia, then drive snow tanks across frozen rivers. Finally, they reach a mountain with strange machines sticking out of the snow. Below it lies Project Oblivion. Into the core, they enter through an old vent. Inside, the lab is hot, powered by lava rivers under the earth. Strange plants grow on the walls, glowing red. The lab is empty. Tariq finds a mainframe. Files show that Silas Vane activated the hybrid months ago. Oblivion status, awake. Free. Unknown location. Jake curses. "We're too late." Suddenly, the screens go black. A voice speaks. "You're too curious, Jake." It's Silas Vane. He appears on a broken monitor. "Nature is done. Hybrids are weak. I built something that doesn't need a planet. It will survive anywhere. Even space." Maya steps forward. "Where is it?" Vane smiles. "Everywhere." Escape from the lab. Suddenly, the walls shake. Lava bursts from the cracks. The lab begins to collapse. The team runs, dodging fire and falling metal. Jake grabs a hard drive from the mainframe. "This may help us find it." They escape moments before the entire mountain explodes. Back in the snow, they watch the smoke rise. Tariq whispers, "Oblivion is real. And it's loose." A world on edge. GWC calls for global alert. Countries across the world join hands. Satellites search the skies. Ships guard the oceans. Drones patrol the wildlands. But no one can find Oblivion. Jake holds the hard drive tightly. "We'll find it. We must." Dr. Wu says quietly, "It doesn't fear fire. Or cold. Or hunger. It only wants to exist. No matter the cost." Fethrix flies above, quiet and watchful. Maya whispers, "This will be our final test." The search for Oblivion. After escaping the destroyed Siberian lab, Jake and his team return to GWC headquarters. They know Oblivion, the final and most dangerous hybrid, is now somewhere in the world. Tariq begins scanning the hard drive Jake recovered. Inside are encrypted maps, lab videos, and something strange, coordinates that keep changing. Maya says, This thing is moving fast. Almost too fast. Eric looks at one screen. It's crossing deserts. Forests. Now near mountains. Jake nods. It doesn't stay. It doesn't feed. It just moves. Studying Oblivion from the old lab footage, the team sees what Oblivion looks like. It is unlike anything they've faced before. Pitch black skin, like shadows, long limbs with claws that glow dim red, eyes that are pale and never blink, a tail that can split and reform. It leaves no heat, no tracks, just silence. Dr. Wu explains, Oblivion was made with alien DNA found in a fallen meteorite. It doesn't behave like Earth creatures. Tariq adds, that's why satellites can't detect it. It's outside the rules. Jake frowns. How do we stop something that isn't from here? Unnatural weather patterns. Soon, the world begins to feel strange. In India, a desert suddenly floods. In Canada, wildfires appear with no source. In the Amazon, trees fall in perfect circles. In Egypt, birds fly backward for hours. Maya studies reports. These are all signs of something unnatural disturbing the planet. Fethrix begins flying long loops over the sanctuary, always looking west. Eric says, it's sensing Oblivion. Jake agrees. Time to follow the signs. The trap in the wasteland. The coordinates lead them to a ruined city in the American Southwest. Once a military test zone, it is now empty and cracked from old bomb tests. They arrive in silence. Even the wind doesn't blow. Tariq sets up motion sensors. Nothing moves. Then, all the screens go black. From the shadows between broken buildings, Oblivion steps out. It doesn't roar. It doesn't run. It watches. Jake whispers, it's studying us. Suddenly, the ground shakes. Drones fall. Lights die. Oblivion attacks. The first fight. Eric throws a sonic grenade. It explodes, but Oblivion disappears into smoke. It reappears behind Tariq. Maya fires a tranq dart. It hits, but does nothing. Oblivion moves through walls like mist. It slashes the ground, carving strange symbols. Jake uses a high-frequency sound gun. Oblivion reacts, jerks back. Tariq yells, it hates this frequency. They amplify the signal. Oblivion roars, not in pain, but in anger. It charges. The team escapes by inches. Then Oblivion vanishes again, into the earth itself. Maya breathes heavily. We didn't win. We only survived. A plan from the past. Back at base, the team is shaken. The high-frequency gun worked, but barely. Dr. Wu studies old notes. We need something ancient. Something primal. He explains that some hybrids had a genetic weakness, echotones from the Earth's deep core. Tariq builds a large resonance device. When activated, it can mimic these tones. Eric asks, where do we test it? Jake replies, we don't test it. We use it. The final chase. Fethrix leads them to the Atacama Desert in Chile. A massive crater glows faintly at night. That's where Oblivion is hiding, inside the Earth itself. They bring everything. The resonance device, sound shields, cryo-weapons, emergency extraction pods. They find Oblivion sleeping, wrapped around a broken meteorite deep in a cave. Jake activates the resonance tone. The cave shakes. Oblivion awakens and screams. For the first time, it looks hurt. The true nature of Oblivion. Suddenly, Oblivion changes. It splits into 3 smaller forms, all with different shapes. One moves like smoke. One walks like a spider. One slithers like a worm with eyes. Maya gasps. It was never one creature. It was a hive. Jake shouts, we can't fight them all. Eric throws a cryo bomb. 2 forms freeze, but the third survives. Tariq retunes the resonance device. The cave hums loudly. Oblivion's core screams. Its hive mind loses balance. The final form tries to escape, but Fethrix crashes down from above, claws glowing, and holds it back. Jake throws a spear charged with sonic energy. It hits. Oblivion explodes in a burst of black mist. And is gone. Silence. After the storm. Outside, the air feels clean again. The sky returns to normal. The wind returns. Jake watches Fethrix land. Its wings are hurt, but it sings softly. Maya smiles. It gave everything to protect us. Jake says, it is more than a hybrid. It is our guardian. A global decision. World leaders meet after the Oblivion event. They vote to protect hybrids permanently. GWC is granted full power to guard all species. Dr. Wu is pardoned for his help. Project Helix is disbanded. Jake is offered a world leadership role. He says, "No. I'm staying with the creatures." Eric laughs. "Good call." The sanctuary grows. New zones are built across the world. Ice sanctuaries for Frostclaw and Chardon, ocean farms for Reefborn, flying sky islands for Glasswing and Fethrix, peace gardens for calm hybrids. Humans and hybrids begin to live side by side, carefully. Children visit the sanctuary. They learn respect, not fear. Tariq teaches students how to use tech to protect, not control. Fethrix recovers slowly, often sitting near Jake. Maya says, "For the first time, I believe in the future." Jake replies, "So do I." A new world begins. 1 year has passed since the defeat of Oblivion. Across the world, humans and hybrids live in a fragile peace. Children study dinosaurs in schools. Scientists visit sanctuaries instead of labs. Poaching and illegal cloning are now serious crimes. Jake and his team are still working at the GWC sanctuary. They have become heroes, but they don't act like it. Jake now trains young leaders. Maya runs communication between world sanctuaries. Eric teaches survival to new rangers. Tariq creates technology to monitor hybrid health. Dr. Wu's redemption. Dr. Henry Wu now lives in the sanctuary too. He works quietly in a small lab. He spends his time fixing DNA damage in older hybrids and helping them live longer, healthier lives. One day, he calls Jake and Maya. Wu says, "I have made something important. Not a hybrid, but a cure." He explains he found a way to remove aggression genes from future hybrids. This means new creatures can be born without the urge to attack or harm. Jake smiles. "That's real evolution." Maya says, "You're making up for your past." Dr. Wu replies, "I only wish I had done it sooner." A visitor from the past. One morning, a woman arrives at the sanctuary. Her name is Dr. Ellie Sattler, a legendary scientist from the first Jurassic Park. Jake welcomes her with honor. She walks through the sanctuary with tears in her eyes. Ellie says, "I remember when dinosaurs were just in cages. Now they're free." She warns Jake gently, "Peace is rare. Hold it tight." Jake replies, "We're trying." Strange signal from the deep. Tariq picks up a strange signal from the Mariana Trench, the deepest place on Earth. It's a low hum, repeating in rhythm. Eric jokes, "Don't tell me there's a sea oblivion." Jake says, "We can't ignore it." The team prepares a deep-sea dive mission using GWC's new submarine, the Leviathan. They dive for hours through darkness. Near the bottom, they find a glowing cave. Inside is a creature, but not dangerous. It is old, slow-moving, and completely silent. It's called Lumen Serpentis, a peaceful bioluminescent serpent hybrid, glowing like a jellyfish. Maya smiles. "This one just wants to rest." Jake says, "Not all discoveries are threats." They install protection sensors and leave it in peace. The first hybrid birth. At the sanctuary, something amazing happens. One of the raptors lays 2 eggs. It is the first natural birth of a hybrid without lab creation. Maya monitors the eggs carefully. Fethrix sits near them for hours, guarding. The day they hatch, the whole team gathers. Tiny raptors come out, playful, curious, and peaceful. Jake kneels down and whispers, "You are the future." A festival of balance. To celebrate a full year of peace, the GWC holds the first Festival of Balance. People from every country attend. There are speeches about life, nature, and respect. Fethrix flies in the sky with colorful lights. Kids dress like raptors and sing songs. New hybrid caretakers are honored. Jake gives a short speech. "A long time ago, we tried to control nature. We built fences. We made monsters. But today, we choose peace. We protect, not punish. Because life is not just about survival. It's about balance." Everyone claps. Even the dinosaurs make noise, as if they understand. An unexpected message. Late one night, a signal arrives from a space satellite. Tariq checks the data. He gasps. "It's not from Earth." Maya looks closer. "It's a genetic sequence." Jake asks, "Are you saying something is out there?" Tariq replies, "Maybe someone, or something, is watching." Jake stands silently. Let's prepare, not for war, but for understanding. Back to the mountain sanctuary. Jake visits the hidden sanctuary in the Andes, the one protected by the rockslide long ago. He reopens the tunnel. Inside, Glasswing and Frostalon still live in peace. The creatures recognize him. He places a carved stone in the center, for the ones who never asked to be born, but chose to live. Fethrix lands behind him, still strong. Jake turns and whispers, "We're ready for what comes next." The final calm. The sanctuary is quiet. The sky is orange with the setting sun. Children play. Raptors watch curiously. The earth is breathing again. Not perfect, not safe, but alive and at peace. For now, the world has changed. It is now 2 years since the fall of Oblivion. The world is calmer. Cities are cleaner. People walk with more care. Children grow up knowing dinosaurs not as monsters, but as creatures of beauty and mystery. Across the globe, sanctuaries are fully active. In Kenya, flying hybrids soar above the savanna. In Brazil, forest creatures live among waterfalls. In Antarctica, cold climate hybrids rest peacefully. In the Pacific Ocean, sea hybrids swim with whales. And at the heart of it all is the GWC sanctuary. Fethrix watches from a tall cliff, guarding everything. Jake stands beside it, older now, wiser, still strong. The new generation. At the sanctuary school, children learn about dinosaurs, DNA, and the history of Jurassic World. They are taught to protect life, not control it. One student asks Jake, "Were the dinosaurs ever evil?" Jake smiles. "No. They were just wild. Like fire. Beautiful, but dangerous when used wrong." Maya teaches classes too. She shows the students how hybrids communicate through color, sound, and movement. Tariq runs the tech lab, where kids use tablets to track dinosaur health. Eric trains the next group of guardians. "Never fear them," he says, "but always respect them." Trouble from the skies. One day, news comes from Iceland. A sanctuary has been attacked, not by hybrids, but by a metal drone swarm. They were launched from an unknown source. Not military. Not human-made. Dr. Wu checks the recovered parts. These machines used DNA sensing tech. They were hunting hybrids. Jake asks, "But who built them?" Tariq finds the answer inside one broken drone. A message: "Return to balance. Phase 2 initiated." Maya gasps. It's from Silas Vane. He's not dead. The hidden station. The team follows the signal to an old island base in the Arctic Circle. Inside, they find a new kind of lab. Clean, silent, and very cold. On a frozen wall is a final message from Silas Vane: "I failed to perfect hybrids. But machines will do what nature cannot. My legacy is not life. It is control." Below the wall, a pod is missing. One of his final creations, half tech, half DNA, is gone. Jake says, "This isn't over." Not yet. Rise of the Biomachine. The creature is called Hex, a half hybrid, half robot. Fast, silent, and intelligent. It does not eat. It does not sleep. It rewrites its own code. It begins attacking sanctuaries one by one, not to destroy, but to steal DNA from rare hybrids. It's building something. Jake gathers the team. "We end this now." The final battle. Fethrix leads them to a remote desert in Australia, where Hex has built a tower using bones, metal, and machines. Inside, it is creating copies of itself, new Hex units, stronger and faster. Jake and his team storm the tower. Eric fights off the drones. Maya and Tariq use a signal jammer to crash the Hex code. Dr. Wu creates a virus designed to shut down any hybrid DNA tech. At the top of the tower, Jake faces Hex. It speaks in a low voice. "Humans make chaos. I make order." Jake replies, "You forgot something." He points behind Hex. Fethrix appears, glowing, wings wide. Fethrix unleashes a powerful sound scream, one only hybrids can make. It disrupts Hex's DNA core. Jake throws the virus spike into its chest. Hex collapses. The tower falls, and the threat is gone. The last goodbye. After the battle, Jake visits Krause in prison. She is older, silent. He places a small dinosaur feather on her table. Jake says, "We faced your past. And we chose a different future." Krause says nothing, but she holds the feather tightly. Fethrix's legacy. One morning, Fethrix flies away. It disappears into the sky. Days pass. Then weeks. Jake understands. It's gone to rest. But 1 month later, a young Fethrix is seen near the sanctuary. A child of the Guardian. Maya whispers, "The next protector." A message to the world. Jake records one final video to be shown across the earth. "We built fences. We broke the rules. We brought back what should have stayed gone. But in the end, we listened. We learned. And we changed. The dinosaurs are not the past. They are the warning. And the gift. Protect them. Learn from them. Let them be free. The rebirth is complete. Sunlight shines over the sanctuary. Kids play. Dinosaurs roam. No alarms. No weapons. No fear. Just balance. Just life. And above them all, the next Fethrix flies, watching the world it was born to protect. The rebirth is complete. Main human characters 1. Jake Dalton role, main hero and lead dinosaur specialist. Background, former dinosaur handler and trainer. Personality, brave, calm, and wise. Story role, leader of the new GWC sanctuary. Wants peace between humans and hybrids. Fights to stop dangerous hybrids like Oblivion and Hex. Has a strong bond with Fethrix. Turns down world leadership to stay with the creatures. Becomes a mentor to children in the sanctuary. Believes in learning from past mistakes. 2. Myelin role, hybrid communication expert. Background, scientist who studies sound, light, and hybrid behavior. Personality, kind, intelligent, patient. Story role, helps decode dinosaur sounds and actions. Builds emotional connections with hybrids. Finds peaceful ways to handle dangerous situations. Assists in studying newborn hybrids. Teaches children how to understand hybrid languages. Stays close to Jake throughout the story. Helps lead the sanctuary's education department. 3. Eric Soto role, field ranger and security expert. Background, former military, now works with GWC. Personality, strong, protective, loyal. Story role, handles dangerous hybrids in the wild. Helps trap monsters like Shadon and Oblivion. Trains new rangers at the sanctuary. Protects team during missions. Provides comic relief with his bold attitude. Fights off Helix soldiers and Hex drones. Always stands by Jake and Maya. 4. Tariq El Sayed role, technology and tracking expert. Background, genius coder and data scientist. Personality, smart, fast-talking, friendly. Story role, builds tracking systems for all hybrids. Hacks Helix drones and systems. Creates weapons using sound and frequency. Helps defeat Oblivion using resonance tech. Creates DNA sensor virus to destroy Hex. Trains kids to use technology for good. Plays a big part in protecting the peaceful hybrids. 5. Commander Fiona Frost role, head of Global Wildlife Command, GWC. Background, world military leader turned conservationist. Personality, strict but fair, intelligent. Story role, gives the team global support. Fights to protect hybrid zones legally. Helps destroy the Project Helix group. Stands for peaceful laws and cooperation. Defends hybrids at global meetings. Believes in giving the team full freedom. 6. Dr. Henry Wu role, former Jurassic World scientist. Background, creator of Indominus Rex, once a villain. Personality, regretful, serious, now wants peace. Story role, helps the team understand Krauss and Silas Vane's experiments. Creates new tech to remove aggression from future hybrids. Builds DNA virus to stop Hex. Tries to fix his past mistakes. Lives quietly at the sanctuary. Earns a second chance by doing good work. Teaches students the value of life, not control. 7. Dr. Ellie Sattler, cameo, role, legendary scientist from the original Jurassic Park. Background, paleobotanist, plant scientist. Personality, warm, wise, emotional. Story role, visits the new sanctuary. Gives Jake advice about protecting peace. Feels joy seeing dinosaurs free. Represents the link between old and new generations. Main scientist characters 8. Dr. Lena Krauss role, main villain turned prisoner. Background, lead scientist of the hybrid experiments. Personality, brilliant, cold, emotional deep inside. Story role, created many hybrids, including Oblivion and Umbra Rex. Lost control over her own creations. Recorded messages to help stop future disasters. Jailed but later shows signs of regret. Last seen holding a dinosaur feather in silence. 9. Silas Vane role, secret villain and final threat. Background, billionaire tech leader and ex-partner of Krauss. Personality, calm, cold, obsessed with control. Story role, built Hex, the biomachine hybrid. Believed technology is stronger than nature. Sent machines to attack sanctuaries. Wanted to erase nature, replace it with machines. Left hidden messages before vanishing. His creation, Hex, becomes the final battle of the movie. Hybrid dinosaur characters, friendly, 10. Fethrix type, hybrid of phoenix, eagle, and dinosaur. Role, guardian of the sanctuary. Personality, calm, watchful, majestic. Story role, guides Jake and the team to hybrids and safe zones, protects the young and peaceful creatures, helps defeat Tumberarix and Oblivion, sings when peace is restored, disappears after battle, but returns through its child. Symbol of rebirth and balance. 11. Frost Talon type, ice space raptor with feathers. Role, protector of the mountain sanctuary. Personality, silent, noble. Story role, leads Jake into the Andes sanctuary, guards the peaceful hybrids hidden there, helps during Helix's mountain attack. Trusted companion to Fethrix. 12. Glasswing type, flying dinosaur with clear, glass-like wings. Role, one of the hidden gentle hybrids. Personality, shy and peaceful. Story role, lives in the Andes sanctuary, flies during the Festival of Balance. Symbol of beauty and hope. 13. Mistral type, color-changing bird-like hybrid. Role, symbol of gentle nature. Story role, helps communicate with Maya, represents calm evolution, appears at peaceful moments. 14. Tundra type, mammoth-like hybrid. Personality, slow-moving, strong. Story role, lives in secret refuge, helps block Helix soldiers, doesn't fight, but stands firm like a mountain. 15. Baby raptors type, naturally born hybrids. Story role, first dinosaur eggs laid without labs, raised in the sanctuary, represent the true future of dinosaurs and humans living in balance. Hybrid dinosaur characters, dangerous. 16. Oblivion type, ultimate shadow hybrid, partly alien. Personality, no emotion, pure instinct. Story role, Krause's final creation, breaks Earth's natural laws, can vanish, split, and infect. Defeated using sound technology and Fethrix, most dangerous hybrid ever made. 17. Hex type, half robot, half hybrid, created by Silas Vane. Story role, attacks sanctuaries with drones, steals DNA, builds an army, tries to replace life with machines. Final villain of the story, destroyed by Fethrix and Jake with virus. 18. Umbrarix type, shadow hiding beast. Story role, lives in the dark caves, attacks using silence, buried in a mountain cave by the team, was Krause's secret creation. 19. Shardon type, ice-armored rhino hybrid. Story role, wakes up in Greenland, trapped using sound and ice, reacts to movement, not sound. 20. Reefbone type, oceanic beast. Story role, attacks coastal cities, drawn into a volcanic trap, trapped, not killed. Other supporting characters. 21. Children at the sanctuary role, symbol of the new generation. Story role, learn to live with dinosaurs, attend the Festival of Balance, represent peace, understanding, and future. 22. New GWC recruits trained by Eric and Maya. Story role, help during attacks, guard hybrids with non-lethal tools, become part of the Sanctuary family. 23. Sanctuary scientists work under Dr. Wu and Maya. The movie Jurassic World Rebirth was filmed in many beautiful, real, and wild places around the world. The filmmakers used real forests, deserts, mountains, oceans, and islands to show the life of dinosaurs in nature. Below is a full list of filming locations, with explanations for each place. 1. Hawaii, islands of Kauai and Oahu, scenes filmed, sanctuary scenes, raptor valleys, Fethrix nest, peaceful jungle areas. Why it was chosen, thick green jungles and waterfalls. Looks like the classic Jurassic Park movies. Safe and quiet areas for filming wild dinosaur scenes. Special places used, Napali Coast, jungle raptor chase, Kualoa Ranch, training camp and labs. Waialua Falls, Fethrix flying scenes. Fun fact, the baby raptors were filmed near a real tropical nursery. 2. Andes Mountains, Chile scenes filmed, mountain hybrid sanctuary, frost talon scenes, ice cave battle. Why it was chosen, tall snowy mountains and huge caves. Looks mysterious and untouched. Easy to film quiet hybrid locations. Special places used, Torres del Paine National Park, wide mountain shots, marble caves, ice crystal reflections. Fun fact, The frost talon scene was shot in a real cave under blue glowing ice. 3. Atacama Desert, Chile scenes filmed. Final battle with Hex, drone tower, lava zone near Oblivion. Why it was chosen? One of the driest places on Earth. Empty lands that look like another planet. Great for creating danger and suspense. Special places used. Val de la Luna, Moon Valley, for the Hex Tower. Fun fact, the team filmed at night to capture real glowing desert skies. 4. Greenland scenes filmed. Shadow's Awakening, frozen weather station, ice trap scene. Why it was chosen? Icy and dangerous locations. Real snow caves and deep frozen zones. Special places used. Ilulissat Ice Fjord, used for Shadow's Walk. Abandoned weather outposts. Fun fact, the crew used heated tents to survive the filming nights. 5. Iceland scenes filmed. Volcano Zone, Old Helix Slab, Lava River, and Collapsing Mountain Lab. Why it was chosen? Active volcanoes and glowing rocks. Perfect for filming the final base of Oblivion. Special places used. Ferrogeothermal area, for hot lava caves. 3. Nukugiga volcano, real descent inside volcano. Fun fact, a drone filmed inside the volcano in one single shot. 6. New Zealand scenes filmed. Ocean hybrid escape, reef-borne scenes, jungle cliffs. Why it was chosen? Mix of coastline and forests. Safe for ocean creature scenes. Special places used. Fordland National Park, sea caves. Cathedral Cove, reef-borne surfacing scene. Fun fact, reef-borne was filmed using a mix of real waves and animatronics. 7. Wadi Rum, Jordan scenes filmed. Drone chase, empty red lands, Silas Vane's crash zone. Why it was chosen? Red rocks and moss-like land, used for battle scenes and flashbacks. Special places used. The Valley of the Moon. Fun fact, the same place was used in Dune and The Martian. 8. Arctic Circle, Norway and Svalbard, scenes filmed. Final drone base of Silas Vane, Ice Island, last Hex Lab. Why it was chosen? Remote, icy, and quiet. Used to show isolation and silence. Special places used. Longyearbyen, abandoned research stations. Arctic ice fields, Hex Awakening. Fun fact, the team had to wait for ice storms to pass before filming. 9. British Columbia, Canada scenes filmed. Forest chases, hidden river zones, early jungle attacks. Why it was chosen? Evergreen forests and foggy mountains. Used for early raptor scenes. Special places used. Capilano River Park, Squamish Valley. Fun fact, raptors were filmed running through real wet forests. 10. London, UK, studio work, scenes filmed. GWC headquarters, Dr. Wu's lab, data center. Why it was chosen? Studio space for controlled filming. Easy to build indoor science labs. Special locations. Pinewood Studios, 3D LED dome stages for background screens. Fun fact, some dinosaurs were filmed using virtual LED rooms, not green screen. 11. The Mariana Trench, simulated at Deep Sea Tank in Malta, scenes filmed. Deep sea dive to find Lumen Serpentis. Why it was chosen? Dangerous to film in real trench, so Malta tanks were used. Special set details, built in a giant water tank with LED walls. Fun fact, divers wore real suits and used light tricks to fake ocean depth. 12. Los Angeles, USA, for CGI work and VFX, scenes created. Oblivion split form, Hex's transformation, Fethrix's glowing attacks, drone swarms. Why it was important? Home of top CGI teams and animators. Post-production magic done here. Fun fact, some VFX artists worked on Avatar, The Way of Water before this film. Filming locations, world map summary country menus USA, Hawaii, LA, jungle, sanctuary, CGI, and training scenes Chile Andes sanctuary, deserts, final battle Greenland ice creature scenes Iceland volcano lab, lava caves Jordan red desert drone zones Arctic Circle final lab of Silas Vane New Zealand ocean hybrids, sea chases Canada forest hunts, natural raptor valleys UK, London, studio labs, GWCHQ. Scientific areas Malta deep sea trench scenes. Special filming techniques used virtual production domes, used to make sky and jungle look real indoors. Animatronic dinosaurs, real robot creatures used for close-up scenes. Real animals for reference, birds, snakes, Lizards were filmed for hybrid movement. Night shoots. Many scenes filmed after sunset for dramatic lighting. LED forests. Trees were lit with LED strips to change color with hybrid moods. Jurassic World Rebirth 2025 Budget, release strategy and global earnings explained in very simple English word count. 10,000 words. Introduction. Jurassic World Rebirth is one of the biggest movies of 2025. It is part of the famous Jurassic Park, Jurassic World franchise, which started in 1993. This movie had a huge budget, a carefully planned global release, and massive worldwide earnings. It also used the latest technology, real locations, and big stars. Below is the full breakdown of how much it cost to make, how it was released, how much it earned, and why it became one of the biggest films in the world. 1. Total budget breakdown. The total production budget for Jurassic World Rebirth was around $350 million USD, one of the most expensive movies ever made. Budget breakdown. Department approximately cost USD. Description: cast and crew salary $60 million. Lead actors, director, VFX artists, stunt teams, and more. Visual effects, VFX, $85 million. CGI dinosaurs, Hex, Oblivion, drone swarms. Practical effects $35 million. Animatronic dinosaurs, sound stages, robotics. Locations and travel $40 million. Filming in 12+ countries, Iceland, Chile, Hawaii, etc. Set construction $25 million. Jungle sanctuaries, Helix Labs, GWC bass sound and music $15 million. Original score, sound mixing, Dolby Atmos effects. Marketing and promotion $75 million. Trailers, posters, press tours, YouTube ads. Post-production editing $15 million. Color grading, sound design, final CGI polish. Key facts: one of the top 3 most expensive movies of 2025. Used real international locations instead of all studio filming. Created new dinosaur models and tech, including LED dome sets. Combined practical animatronics with digital CGI. Over 2,000 people worked on the film globally. 2. Global release strategy. The release of Jurassic World Rebirth was planned to reach every continent. The studio, Universal Pictures, used a multi-step strategy to promote and launch the movie worldwide. Release timeline: region release date type USA and Canada June 6, 2025. Theatrical release UK and Europe June 7-10, 2025. Theatrical release Asia June 12-15, 2025. Theatrical plus IMAX 3D India June 14, 2025. Hindi, Tamil, Telugu dubs Australia June 8, 2025. Theatrical plus 4DX Latin America June 13, 2025. Subtitled and dubbed streaming, Peacock, October 2025. Digital release Blu-ray/DVD November 2025. Home release. Release formats: IMAX, huge screens, 4DX, seats move, water sprays, 3D and 2D, Dolby Atmos sound systems, streaming in 15 languages. Marketing strategy, platform: what they did, YouTube ads, dinosaur reveals, hybrid scenes, TikTok, Instagram behind the scenes, cast reels, press tours. Cast visited 8 countries. Theme parks, Jurassic attractions, open merchandise, toys, games, backpacks, clothing. Special preview premiered 10 minutes during NFL games and YouTube trailers. Language versions released: English, Hindi, Spanish, French, Japanese, Korean, German, Italian, Arabic, Chinese, simplified and traditional, Tamil, Telugu, Portuguese, Russian. 3. Global box office earnings. Total global earnings, $1.84 billion USD. 4th highest grossing film of all time as of 2025. Box office earnings by region. Region earnings, USD, Notes USA and Canada $480 million. Number 1 summer movie China $290 million. Huge IMAX success India $110 million. Dubs and family friendly release UK $100 million. High demand for 4DX Europe $310 million. Germany, France, Italy strong markets. Latin America $160 million. Dubbed versions did well. Australia, NZ $90 million strong per screen average. Middle East $70 million, especially UAE and Saudi Arabia. Japan $110 million, popular among families. South Korea $80 million, released with tech partnerships. Rest of world $30 million, smaller markets and digital only. Home release earnings, platform earnings, USD, Blu-ray, DVD $130 million, digital, streaming $90 million, merchandise $350 million. 4. WHYIT became a huge hit. Reasons for success: dinosaur legacy, Jurassic Park franchise is loved worldwide. New hybrid creatures, first film to show peaceful dinosaur births. Big emotional moments, Fethrix's story, Oblivion's mystery. Stunning visuals, real locations, not just green screens. Family friendly, no extreme violence, good for all ages. Strong themes, balance, peace, protection, and respect for nature. Diversity in cast and language. Movie welcomed global audiences. Massive social media hype, Fethrix became a viral icon. 5. Summary table section. Key points. Total budget $350 million. Biggest costs: VFX, locations, actor salaries. Release month June 2025. Countries released in 80+ box office. Global total $1.84 billion. USA earnings $480 million. China earnings $290 million.